Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our session this morning. My name is Robbie Burns, and I'm Vice President for Health and Nutrition Policy at Grocery Manufacturers Association. In this panel, I am very pleased to introduce our fantastic panel here. First off, we have Michele Fite, who heads the Protein Solutions business for DuPont Nutrition and Health. Michele began her career in marketing and then parlayed that experience into a number of leadership roles where she built an impressive record of turning around underperforming businesses and setting them on a path towards growth.
So you heard Kai talk about the explosive population growth. Well, at DuPont, we see the coming challenges of population growth and all the issues that will bring as an opportunity to leverage and to use science-powered innovation to solve critical global issues like food and food security, energy consumption, and how we're going to deliver energy to this growing population. And then around protection. So how are we going to protect our people and protect our environment? So for today, what I'm going to focus on is DuPont's food efforts, where we have a $15 billion business in the agricultural and food ingredients portion of the food value chain. Now, to forward our efforts around food security and in food, we have collaborated with the Economist Intelligence Unit to create a common set of metrics so we can track progress on food security and things like sustainability. We're committed to deliver measurable results in food security in areas like feeding the world. So how do we ensure a sustainable supply of food to the 9 billion people that are going to be on our planet? Educating and engaging the youth. We need to communicate and educate. What does food security mean to me and to my future? And then improving the economic viability of rural communities, especially in farming and in agriculture. Now, sustainability for DuPont is a very important component of food security. And we focus in 3 areas that a lot of you manufacturers out here, when you raised your hand, said I've been manufacturing, you focus on these areas as well. But we're focused on sustainable sourcing. So we have great examples in work we do in our company to ensure viability of the raw materials required to feed the world. We work in sustainable operations on our own footprint. We've reduced and continue to work on reducing our footprint in our operation models. And we also work on sustainable solutions. So a big part of our business is delivering new technologies to our partners and to our customers that improve their sustainability metrics so they can deliver that to the end consumer. So I'm going to give you a few examples today around the work and the innovation we're bringing throughout our sustainability strategy. And I'm going to show you things about how we're influencing and leading in industries to bring industries together to make a difference in sustainability. I'm going to talk about new technologies that help reduce CO2 emissions, change shelf life in food, and as well reduce food waste. So I'm going to go through those examples now. So first I'm going to talk about sustainable sourcing. And the specific example I want to share is in soybean farming. And it's a place where DuPont is leading the way with other critical stakeholders in the soy industry, where we're coming together to develop farming methods and agricultural protocols so that we can change and reduce energy consumption and soil erosion in soybean farming. So over the last 15 years, when the industry has come together here in the U.S., we've had a significant impact. In soybean farming in the U.S., soil erosion, energy consumption is down over 40% per ton of soybean farmed. So the industry coming together, we couldn't do this on our own, the industry coming together has made a significant impact in soybean agriculture in the United States. Another example here of influencing and leading when the industry comes together is in the soy moratorium that was introduced in 2006 in Brazil to protect the precious Amazon biodome. 9 years later, this effort has helped to reach a point where we are at the lowest level of deforestation in the Amazon. And as well, the numbers indicate that we have now protected and preserved over 80% of the Amazon forest. So industry together can influence and change and protect our environment. The next example I want to give is around technology and what we're doing to drive new technologies and new products that can help change sustainability for our customers and our partners. So this example here is about bread shelf life. So we have launched new enzymes and new emulsifiers that can be used in bread to extend the average shelf life from an average of 3.5 days around the world to 7+ days. And you think, why does that matter? So here's why it matters from a sustainability standpoint. In the UK, where we're driving this product with a lot of our partners, 90% of bread waste is because I didn't eat it in time. So it looked like it spoiled or it got stale, so I threw it away. With this technology, if we were able to increase and extend shelf life of all the bread that's produced in the UK, get that up to 7 days, we would reduce bread wastage by 200,000 metric tons a year. So a lot of bread that would then stay on the plate, a lot of money saved from waste, and a lot of food waste reduced. Another example around technology is one on soy protein in the clinical nutrition, medical nutrition space, which is really a protein supplement used for medical and health purposes. So here, our technology in soy protein has allowed a customer or a partner to combine soy with dairy proteins, but you still get a product that delivers this milky, creamy, and highly nutritious product. For every pound of soy protein used in this kind of formula, you reduce CO2 emissions significantly. So the opportunity impact here is, think about it this way. In the United States, all that product that is sold for medical and clinical nutrition, if every one of those products went to a soy dairy protein combination, the CO2 emission reduction would be the equivalent of taking 220,000 cars off of the U.S. roads every year. So a great new product opportunity that delivers benefits to customers and end consumers, but also has significant sustainability impact. Now, my last example here is around packaging and where we're innovating in packaging to change the game. So most of you probably know 40% of food that is processed never reaches the consumer's plate. It's wasted. Oftentimes it's spoilage. And here, in this example around fresh meats, there's packaging that doesn't have a long shelf life, so the product spoils. Grocery stores, supermarkets throw out a lot of fresh meat because it simply isn't purchased. And as well, the traditional packaging that's used right now to keep that meat fresh for a short amount of time, it's not recyclable because of materials that are used within that packaging. And last, it's a pretty expensive package. So DuPont has worked to innovate packaging materials, and then in partnership with packaging manufacturers, we have been able to deliver a solution that we're working to grow in Brazil right now. And this packaging is completely recyclable. It is much cheaper than the traditional packaging, and it almost doubles the shelf life of the fresh meat. So the potential impact in a product like this is in Brazil, where so much meat is wasted because of that short shelf life. If we had all of the fresh meat that's sold at retail in a packaging like this, we would reduce waste by 20,000 metric tons a year. So I've shared with you these great innovations and the potential impact that they have on sustainability. But you know that innovation doesn't happen randomly within our company or by luck. We actually drive it very hard. We have a deep corporate culture that is committed to delivering more sustainable products to the marketplace. We use a tool that we call the Environmentally Smart Assessment Tool. And what we do is use that tool to measure our R&D programs and our new products that we are working on a plethora of sustainability assessments like greenhouse gases, water consumption, so on and so on. What's important around this is not that, hey, we have this great tool, but that we're committed to driving more and more of our new technology in a place where we can impact the environment. Our goals are to have over $650 million of our R&D focused on environmentally improving products that we're bringing to the marketplace. And we are well on the way to meet that goal in 2015. So now I've given you a few examples of innovation in the agricultural and food ingredient part of the food value chain. So I'm going to turn it over to Matthew, who's going to talk further down in that value chain in terms of what they're doing in Abbott.